Hey, what's up everyone? How you guys doing today? Hopefully everybody is doing awesome. I think that's a little bit too loud. Let me go ahead and turn that down a bit. There we go. I see Mason. What's up, Mason? Who knows? How you doing? Mech, what's going on? Abdul, nice to see ya. Blue Whale in the house. We got Potato. What's up, Potato? It's awesome to see you guys as always. Hopefully everybody is doing super amazing today. But yeah, right now the game is feeling very unbalanced. So before we get into the Q&A, I want to talk a little bit about this. Like, every time you go into a game, there's the freaking the Oochie Coochies are all over the place. And one team is just walking all over the other team. There's no good games anymore, it feels like. It's just the team who have the most Oochie Coochies destroys the other team, right? Especially when you're playing in a squad. Like, a lot of the guys in my clan just no longer even feel like squadding right now. They're all playing solos because they're just like, well, you know, most of us have one of those Oochie Coochies. We don't have 12 or 15. We got one. When we drop against these other players that have 30 or 40 of these things, you kill one, they drop another one. You kill it, they drop another one. You kill it, you drop another one. And that team just walks all over us. We don't even stand a chance. Or we each have one, so we have 5 of them on the battlefield. And let's just say the other team doesn't. We absolutely walk all over the other team. There's no balance there. It's like either we walk all over everybody and the game sucks, or they walk all over us and it sucks, and there's no proper balance. Like last night for playing for a couple hours in our clan, I think we got into like, what, 3 good games, maybe? There was like 3 games that were actually really, really good. The other, like, I don't know, 500 games sucked. But they really need to do some balancing here. The balance needs to be fun. A lot of players don't want to play right now. I mean, and I get it. I totally get it. The game feels just very unbalanced and one-sided. I mean, what we want is fun games. We want the game to be a really good fight. We want to not know who's going to win until the last second, you know? Those are the kind of games that are fun and exciting. But they just really need to do some sort of balancing to the game right now. I don't know what they need to do exactly, but the new robot is just a little bit over the top. That new Titan is a problem. I mean, I don't know. They've taken things a little bit too far, in my opinion. Alright, so who knows what to know? What do I think if swords were added to war robots? I've been asking for a samurai robot for a while. I would love to see a samurai with a sword. I don't think we would want to see a bunch of robots like that, but maybe like one robot with a melee weapon would be kind of cool. Mech, no, not really, buddy. Mech's wanting to know if the reason I don't know. I mean, last night, one of the guys in my clan was just like, you know, if I get one of these, I'm not going to run it with weapons. I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and try that. So that's kind of what inspired me to do that. That's kind of why I ended up doing that last night. What's up, Rags? How you doing? Nice to see ya. Blue Whale says the most important point is the game is not fun anymore. I only play with Okachochi. And it's not fun. I miss my other robots. Yeah, you know, I've got one Okachochi. I know that's not his name, but I've got one of those, right? And I'm having a really good time with it. It's a lot of fun. But when I drop one of my other robots, they do struggle or have a hard time. And, you know, you don't want your other robots to struggle or have a hard time. That's not great. But unfortunately, they are at the moment. Sorry, guys. I got phlegm in my throat. My sinuses, man. I had a crazy sneezing attack earlier. Ugh. Yuck. Gross. Nasty. Unknown Siren, how you doing? Should you replace your Angler with Skyros? I mean, they're both really good robots. It depends on what you're trying to do. I mean, Skyros is more of what I would call a beacon holder. It can just roll onto a beacon and try and hold that beacon. To where the Angler is more of a brawling robot and in-your-face robot. So it depends on your hanger, what your playing style is, the game mode you're playing. I mean, if you're trying to find something to get on beacons and hold them, then yes, you might want to think about that. If you want something to fight, I don't know if I would recommend the Skyros. Hey, we got Supreme Noob. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Honor, what's up? How are you today? Pika says, I have a decently active clan and we can't squad anymore since we put up with the fully maxed Okachochis. Yeah, it's not making squatting fun for a lot of people. It's definitely sucking some of the fun out of the game right now. So, I mean, it's fun if you have one, right? If you have one, it's fun. But, you know, if you've only got one or you don't have any and everybody else is running like 3 or 5 of the things, that makes it very hard. They need to do something a little bit different. All right, so Sarah says the datapad event is the best. I got a Rook and a Lynx. Nice, buddy. Yeah, I mean, the Rook is pretty overpowered, but it's not hard to deal with like that new robot. The Okachochi can actually destroy Titans pretty easily, one-on-one. All by itself, I can sometimes take out 2 or 3 Titans with the Okachochi. I mean, that tells you something right there. If it can beat up a Titan, it might be a little bit too overpowered. All right, so the nerfs that are coming, we don't know what they're going to do yet. They're talking about, I mean, they're basically putting it off because they're refiguring the numbers on the nerfs. We don't know exactly what they're going to do. They may not nerf some of the things. They may nerf some of them. We don't know. We won't know for sure until they've really decided what they want to do. So I wouldn't worry too much about that until we know for sure what the final numbers are going to look like, because heck, some of those things might still be amazing. I think with the new robot out, they might double think nerfing some of this stuff, because some of the things might be completely unusable if they nerf it. What's up, Mason the Goat? How you doing? Nomad says, can you give some gold 15? I'm not sure what that means, but if you're asking for stuff to be sent to you, YouTubers can't just send you stuff. But right now, I mean, I think Nether is still an excellent robot. There's still a lot of really good robots out there. Everything at once. How's it going? Nice to see ya. The blue whale says 8 people is not enough to kill one robot sometimes. Yeah, one thing is, like, everybody needs to stop shooting at it when it's in the ability. When that robot's in the ability and you shoot at it, you're making it stronger. And the amount of people who are actually shooting at it is crazy. Like, everybody just keeps shooting at it. I don't know why, but they made it so it's really hard to know if it's in the ability or not. And that's a bit of a problem. I mean, half the time I can't tell if that thing's in its ability. It's just like, man, I don't know. Is it in there? I have no idea. It might be. And that's not really what you want to happen, honestly. Oh man, my sinuses are so bad I have to keep like muting my microphone and clearing my throat. No fun. I hate sinuses. Sinuses suck. Ah, man, everything at once says my Newton just arrived and my mouse broke. Yeah, that sucks, actually. Things breaking is no good. What's up, Nebula Sky? How you doing today? Alright, is the link still meta? I mean, for right now, it's still in the meta, I would say yes. I don't know if they're going to nerf it or not, so it may or may not be in a couple of days. But as of right now, yes, the Lynx is still doing very good. Nightcrawler says, I'm one of the ones that keeps shooting at it because I can't tell when it's in it or not. Yeah. Sometimes I start shooting it and then I realize, oh wait, it's actually in the ability. It should turn like a really bright color or something. Rex says, Teppenpaw, Jimmy. Jimmy. What up, buddy? Hammett 3D, how you doing? Okay, he's talking to somebody else there. Nebula said I got a data pad, but I was very unlucky. Yeah, you never know what's going to come out of the data pads. I feel like opening 10 of the data pads at a time give you the best results, but I could be wrong. I'm not really sure, but that's kind of the feeling that I'm getting is when you do 10, you get better drop rates. That may not be true, but that's what it feels like to me. So if you can save up 10 before you open them, maybe, just maybe, you'll get something better. That's just kind of going by what I've noticed. There's no way to actually prove this. But when I open 1 at a time versus open 10 at a time, it feels like I'm way more likely to get good stuff when I do a full 10. Van says it's like Fafnir back in the day. It took months for people to stop doing it. Yeah, I don't think people ever stopped shooting at the purple shields, honestly. And the purple shields, it was really easy to see if they were on or not, right? It's not hard to know if a purple shield's going. Now this thing, though, it's very hard to tell if it is. Alright, so Draco, the problem with the Belova is fast-moving robots will often dodge that weapon. And there's a lot of really fast robots out there. So the Beluva Christian weapons, I don't really care for them. I mean, if you land the shots, it can do some pretty good damage, but you're pretty likely to miss the shots. Now, I mean, I guess if you're all the way across the map and you shoot like a Newton with them, it's probably going to do a pretty nice chunk of damage to the Newton, but they do have a long reload time, and I don't know. I don't think they're really ideal. I think there are better weapons out there. I mean, they've got their advantages and their disadvantages, but they're not really something that I would run personally. Hey, Hammett. Yep, we see you, buddy. You're not invisible. Suspect, how's it going? Thoughts on Memoriam upgrading pilot skills. I managed to buy 9,000 Memoriam, but never got a chance to upgrade a skill. A lot back when the platinum. Well, I'm not really sure what you're asking, but it's always been a little bit hard to upgrade a pilot without spending something, right? You may get a little Memoriam here and there, but I mean, for like $10, you can probably buy enough Memoriam to max out 1 or 2 pilots right now. So if you can spend a little bit of money, the prices aren't really that bad. So I don't know. I don't mind it too much. I mean, it does kind of suck having to spend money if you don't want to, but these games are businesses. Their goal is to make money. So they try and do things to get you to spend. I mean, they can't have everything for free because they got to pay to keep the servers running. They got to buy all the equipment to make the games. They got to pay the developers, the employees, the community. There's a lot of overhead, so they do need to make money. Now, personally, I feel that they could probably lower the prices on certain things. Like right now, I'm not really sure why, but the microchips to upgrade your drones are very, very expensive. That's one thing I would love to see them lower, are the microchip prices. Now, the Memoriam, I think that's at a pretty fair price at the moment. It's not expensive. If you have a few dollars, you can level up a pilot. So I guess, I mean, I would prefer not to have to spend the money on it, right? Most of us would, but it's not that expensive. So, I mean, I guess I get it. What's up, Godzilla F-15? How you doing today? Hammett, I'm not really sure when they're going to change the black market items. Normally we find out about the same time you guys do on that. Unknown Siren says, do you think I should quit War Robots because I'm in Expert 3 and none of my robots are Mark 2? I don't think you should quit. I mean, are you having fun playing the game? If you're still enjoying the game, then don't quit. But just keep playing and keep working on leveling your stuff up. When I got in the Champion League, I had level 10 robots and level 10 weapons. So I made it to Champion League with level 10 stuff. It wasn't easy. You know, once I started getting this stuff in the Mark II, I started doing way better, but Nightcrawler says, if it's too expensive, I won't buy. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind buying some Memoriam at this current price, but I don't want to buy microchips at the current price because it shouldn't be like $50 or $100 to upgrade a drone. If I could buy like $10 and upgrade a drone, I guess that would be more acceptable. But yeah, it's a little bit expensive right now. Reg said I got pushed out of Champion League from the Hoochie Coochie. Honestly, I mean, I don't think it's bad going down into a lower league. Like, if you get pushed down a league, don't worry about it, you know? Eventually, you'll make it back up into Champion. If you're down in Masters, that's an okay place to be, right? I wouldn't worry too much about it. But Jay, I'm doing good, bud. How are you? Nice to see you today. I'm reading back up through some of the chat. I know it's going kind of fast today, but I just want to see them truly balance things. I would like to see a lot of the older robots that aren't good anymore get buffed up to the point where they're playable. Take the stuff that's really overpowered and tone it down a little bit to where, you know, I understand like the newer stuff is always going to be a little bit better. So yeah, make it a little bit stronger, right? I don't have a problem with it being a little stronger, but it shouldn't be just running over everything. Fatson, what's going on, buddy? Nice to see ya. But Jay wants to know what weapons to put on a Leo. You know, I'm thinking Quarkers and Nucleons might be really cool. 3 Magnetars and a Blight might be pretty cool. Bendy bullets would be okay. Like the bendy machine guns would be okay. But you know what? I think 3 Magnetars and a Blight would be a really good setup. I think those would work really well together. That's something I might look at. 3 Magnetars and some sort of heavy weapon that does a lot of damage. There's a lot of heavy weapons that would actually work well with those. Yeah, Links with Glory is actually a very good setup. That's one of the better setups in the game right now. Hammett, no, I don't think I would upgrade Ares to Mark III. I would just leave my Ares to Mark II. You're not going to get much benefit from taking Ares to Mark II to Mark III. I mean, you don't necessarily need to Mark III your robots, but something like a Fenrir, something with a lot of hit points, when you Mark III it, it's going to get a nice bigger chunk of more hit points. So on the tanky robots, I think those might be the ones that are the most worth upgrading to Mark III. But honestly, I don't think you need to make anything Mark III if you don't want to. But I would find something a little bit tankier or better than the Ares if I was going to Mark III something. But Jay, have I seen Manny Gaming's video? Which one, buddy? Oh, videos. Yeah, I've seen Manny. I think everybody here knows Manny. I think they all know Mr. Manny around here. Nebula says, I like 600 meter weapons. Yeah, 600 meter weapons are good. On the Leo, I would probably try and get something with a nice distance. 5 to 600 meters. Hammett, glad then for helped you, buddy. So, Brian, on my personal account, Mark III weapons or robots, I mean, I'm happy with Mark II. Now, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be personal preference here, but an additional 5% damage per weapon is going to do very little. I think Mark III is like 5%'s not much if you really think about it. I think you would be better Mark III one of the robots that actually gains something from getting Mark III. Like some robots, once you hit Mark III, their ability actually does better. So I think you're better off Mark IIIing certain robots over weapons, because that 5% damage increase you're going to get, in my opinion, you're probably not even going to be able to notice it when you Mark III a weapon. Rags, have a great day, buddy. Awesome to see you, man. Have a great day. Catch you later. Thank you for stopping by, and yeah, we will see you some other time, I guess. Hey, Striker, the heavy metal shark, how you doing? All right, so you got a Quicksand Orphean. That's a very nice robot. Orphean is very good. I like them. I mean, I think that's totally worth leveling up. But honestly, the more I think about it though, with my Mark III tokens, I mean, certain drones, I'd almost rather put my tokens into a drone than a robot or a weapon. But I guess it just depends on the robot or the weapon, right? So Suspect, I think Lynx pilot choices are definitely going to be personal preference. We don't really know what they're going to be doing to the Lynx because they're kind of rethinking the rebalances. They may or may not even nerf the Lynx. I mean, what they're thinking about doing right now is we don't know. We have no idea. It may be nerfed less, it could be nerfed more than they proposed, or it might not even get nerfed at all, because they're really deciding what they want to do with those nerfs, so they're trying to figure it out. I'm not sure they were... I kind of feel like they might not have been expecting the new bot to be as devastating as it actually is. So I think that's kind of why they're rethinking the nerfs. After they see what this thing is actually doing out there, they're like, maybe we should rethink this. I'm only speculating here, but I have a feeling that might be what's going on with it. Hammett, no, I don't think anybody has any information on the drop rate chances. There's I think only the person who probably made that probably knows, and that's information I don't think anybody's sharing. I'm not really even sure if that's information you would be able to figure out. So I don't think anything like that exists. Striker says it's me, Cyclone Slayer. What's up, buddy? Awesome to have you on the stream today. Alright, so I'm kind of reading up and down through the chat, guys. So if I miss anything you guys say, I'm sorry. These questions are coming in kind of fast today. Oh yeah, VIP is great. So Nightcrawler is saying VIP is great because it helps with your silver and upgrades. If you happen to have the resource boosters that gives you extra resources and VIP, and you play a lot, man, you can earn a lot of silver, especially in free-for-all matches. Like if you're good at free-for-all, I mean, sometimes you can earn like 1, 2, 3, 4 million. And then sometimes it'll allow you to watch an ad to double that on top of it. So you can get a pretty hefty chunk of silver from free-for-all matches if you have the showdown and those boosters. Not the showdown. If you have those boosters and the... oh my god, I'm having a brain fart here. What are those things called, guys? I don't know. Melik, how's it going? Nice to see you today. Andrew says it's cheaper to buy silver than to get VIP. Is it really? Now, I used to get VIP for super cheap. So, I don't know. I haven't looked a while, but back when I would buy the VIP, I would sometimes get like 3 months of VIP for like $2.99. I don't know if they're still giving out those deals or not. I haven't bought it and I haven't paid for it in quite a while. All right, so Kit, we don't really know when they're going to decide to put stuff into the workshop or whatever. So I can't tell you when you're going to be able to buy certain things with platinum. That's not stuff they normally tell us YouTubers. Most of the time we find out similar to when you guys do. So I'm not really sure, bud. I wish I had a good answer for that, but I have no idea. Addy4157 wants to know what's better, Sonic Ravana or Sonic Skyros? If you're fighting, Sonic Ravana by far. If you're just trying to get beacons, if you want to set on a beacon and try and hold it, then I would go with the Skyros. But it depends on the playing style. But for brawling, yeah, the Ravana will destroy the Skyros in all ways. Nightcrawler said I got VIP for $6 in special event last month. It's not bad. How long was the VIP for? Okay, 30 days for $6. I mean, that's really not that bad if you think about it. I'm not really sure how much that silver will actually earn you, because I mean, it depends on how much you play and how well you do, but I mean, you're getting 50% of the silver. You can get through the operations passes 50% faster. So VIP is actually pretty nice. What's cheaper though? I'm not really sure. But Jay, yes, platinum is a little bit hard to get. It's another one of those things where if you want it quickly, you're going to have to buy it, right? Platinum prices aren't too terribly expensive, which is good, but Andrew said, I tried Avenger with something with links. I personally don't like the Avengers in Champion League. They just feel like they don't do enough damage. Now, mate, were you playing the special edition Avengers on the test server? Now, that might be a different story. I haven't... Well, I did sort of play the special edition robot on the test server, but there were so many Ochi-Kochis running around and so many Newtons, those things were not surviving more than a few seconds. You would drop one in and an Ochi-Kochi would run over and blow it up, or a Newton would pick it up and zap it. So I didn't really get to test it out too well because the overpowered stuff was just dominating the test server that day. Nightcrawler, sometimes they do have pilots. I'm not sure if you haven't seen that, but occasionally they have bot and weapon specials that come with pilots. Now, I don't see that all the time, but I do see that sometimes. A Mark III Reaver Bolt. Yeah, you know, is that the dinosaur one? I actually have a Reaver Bolt as well, the dinosaur bolt. It's a lot of fun to play, but, you know, in Champion League, it's very hard to keep it alive. Yeah, Nightcrawler, I don't think I see that often, but I have seen it once or twice. What about the Rook, Mr. Nebula? Skyros with Spear? I don't know. I don't think I've ever played that, but it would be okay. I mean, Spear is decent on anything, but I will say Spear really doesn't shine unless you have the autopilot. Personally, I don't think I would want to put the autopilot on my Skyros. I would want to keep the Theseus pilot on there for the extra damage resistance or whatever it is he does that makes you harder to kill. Hammett, are you sure it was 10,000 keys for $100? That doesn't sound right. If so, that's probably a mistake or something. It can't be keys. It must be something else, right? Are you sure that's not boosters or something? Huh. I don't know, but if they do have that for that price, I don't think anybody's going to buy it. That might be a mistake if they actually have it in there for that. Oh, okay. So, yeah, Hammett, the stuff in the regular shop is way overpriced. I don't think anybody in their right mind would do that. I think that's there to make you think that the daily deals, you're getting a really good price, right? Oh, this is normally $100, but now I can get it for $3. Yeah, I got to buy that now. I think that's what that's about, actually. I'm not sure, but I'm guessing it's really just to make you think you're getting a crazy good deal. I can't think of any other reason why they would have those high prices in there, right? Does anybody else have any other theories? Because that's my theory. Shasta says, Danny is the best. Well, thank you. I'm probably not the best at pronouncing your name, though. I probably say that wrong, but I apologize. What's up, Brian? Thoughts on the new robot and weapons? So the new weapons are good. I don't really have a whole lot to say about those. I mean, I like them. They're fun to play. They're pretty nice weapons. The new robot, it's causing a lot of problems. It's taking a lot of the fun out of the game right now for a lot of people. So, yeah, it's not the greatest. It's not the world's greatest, right? They need to nerf it. They need to balance it. The new robot is a bit too much. $20 for 2,000 platinum. That would be enough to basically upgrade 2 Titan weapons. No, wait a second. How much? No, I think it costs about 1,000 platinum to upgrade a Titan. I'm trying to remember what a weapon costs. Is a weapon 100 platinum? I don't remember. I'm having a brain fart here. I used to know this. Alright, so best modules for a Sonic Ravena. You're going to want to get a nuclear amplifier to make it do a little bit more damage. And then you can either go with 2 repair amps or 2 of those immune amplifiers, or 1 of each. Those are going to be your best bet, I think. Or you could go with 1 repair amp and a last stand if you wanted to. I mean, there's different combinations that you almost have to try out to find what works best for you. I think tomorrow I'm going to put out a video for that robot. I'll put out a new video for that probably tomorrow. Mech says 1,401 platinum to max out a yellow Titan weapon. 1,400 platinum? Oh yeah, that's right. It's... Okay, wait a second. It's 10,000 platinum to upgrade a Titan and about 1,000 per weapon. That's what it is. Thank you, Mech. Ah, we got Epic Demic in the house. What's up, man? Epic says, Crotch Harachi is the worst idea ever. Yes, it is. What's up, American Bully? Yeah, glad you're enjoying the videos, bud. Thank you. Yeah, the game is definitely a little bit off. They need to do something about that. I mean, there's always been a little bit of an imbalance in the game, but right now I think it's the worst I've ever seen. I mean, we all hated the anglers, but you could deal with them. As frustrating and infuriating as the anglers were, it sucked, but this new robot, man, it's causing a major imbalance, like a major imbalance on the battlefield. So it sucks, man. They need to do something about it. American Bully says it makes no skill players good. Yes, it doesn't require any skill to play this. Like, Angler doesn't require skill. Newton doesn't require skill. Ochikochi does not require skill. They're definitely no skill robots. Like, anybody can play them. I mean, you know what's crazy is yesterday I dropped into a game, and about 2 minutes into the game I crashed, right? When the game ended, my clan said I still had 14 million damage. And yeah, that's ridiculous. Alright, so Ahmad, I'm not really sure what's going to be happening with the Nether because they're thinking about rebalancing it. I don't know what they're going to do yet. We're probably got somewhere about another week before the rebalances go live, but we don't really know if the Nether's going to be good or bad after the rebalance. So right now, it would be kind of a risk buying it. I mean, it might still be amazing after they nerf it. There's a chance they may not change it at all. So the rebalances were already supposed to happen, but they're recalculating what they want to do with the rebalances. They've changed their mind on a lot of it, and they haven't finalized it yet. So there's a small chance they'll just leave it alone. There's a small chance they're not going to change it at all. But there is a chance they're going to downgrade it. So we don't know when that happens in the next week or two if it's still going to be good. So I don't think I would buy anything that was on the list of possible nerfs at the moment. I mean, right now it's great. Right now the Nether is awesome. It's one of the most fun and better robots in the game if you get the hang of playing it. But we just don't know how it's going to be in 2 or 3 weeks from now. Weber, Nebula, I hate the Webers. I think Weber sucks. They don't seem to do enough damage. They only have one shot, and I don't know. I can't stand those things at all. Ahmad, thanks, buddy. I wish I had a better answer for you, but we just have to wait till they change the thing to know for sure, because I don't want to say, yes, it's awesome, get it, and then 2 weeks from now, they're like, bloop, we nerfed it down to the point where it sucks. I think it's probably still going to be good, but not really sure. Epic says the push ability needs a nerf first. Personally, I don't really mind the push ability. I think the push ability is fine, but anything that does this much damage should not be almost impossible to kill. Now, somebody told me if you take the pilot off of the Ochi-Kochi and you play it, it kind of sucks. So I haven't played it without the pilot. A lot of people some people are starting to think that the pilot, giving it all that extra damage resistance, is what's causing it to be so crazy. Which, that may be 100% right. I'm not sure. That would actually make sense because that pilot does give it a crazy ability. So that very well may be exactly what it is. WizBiz, what's up, buddy? How you doing today? Thank you for the donation. Coburn says it takes a few nerfs for bots. It's weapons that get nerfed badly.
Thank you so much for the donation.
Know, it just kind of depends.
You are awesome.
There are a lot of robots that were nerfed several times. I guess you don't see a lot of robots being nerfed numerous times, right? It's mainly just weapons that get hit once. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Krista, what's up, buddy? He says, what's my favorite robot? One of my favorite robots to play is definitely the Invader. I don't know why, but I have a lot of fun with Invader. That robot is super fun to me. Wiz says, good games yesterday, Mr. Coburn. If you need to cheat... Okay, Epic's playing against a cheater using the Ochi. If you have to cheat with that robot, you must really suck at this game, right? Think about that. Somebody's got the most unstoppable robot we've ever seen, and they need to cheat with it. That is sad. That is sad. That player must suck really bad. I don't know. I feel like if you're cheating, if you're hacking the game, it's probably because you're a lousy player. And you can't play good without cheating, I suppose. I don't really know why else people would do it, honestly. I mean, to me, that seems like about the only explanation of why somebody would cheat. I don't know. Nightcrawler says they boosted this pull start robot, the Fusion. It does look like it would probably have a pull start there, doesn't it? I never really thought about that, but yeah. Yeah, Mason says, I hate that you cannot take the turrets off of your motherships anymore without losing it. You know, I don't understand why they've done that. It doesn't make sense to me as to why they would have done such a thing. I mean, that upset a lot of people. I think that made a lot of people quit the game. I don't know. It's a bad deal. Hey, let's sell somebody something, and then when they take it off, it just goes in the trash can, right? We should get to keep those. I don't understand why they want to do that to us, really. To me, that doesn't make sense. But what can you do, I guess, you know? What can you do? Coburn, you know, if they fix hacks, people find new ones. They find new things. So anytime they fix a loophole that allows people to hack, they find a new way to do it. Nebula says it. Bro found kid war robot account named My Dad Owns Pixonic. Well, you never know. It's a possibility. Did the kid have the best of everything? Alright, so what pilot skill would I put on to make Invader very tanky? First off, I would look at Armor Expert. Anything that has more durability, you want to put it on there, in my opinion. All the durability skills. Durability and speed. So the first two skills I would put on would be Armor Expert and then Roadhog. Those are the two that are like absolutely must have on pretty much any robot. And then anything else that gives it more durability on the pilot is a good idea. Like, you want that thing to be as durable as possible. It's designed to be a tank. Nightcrawler, I don't know what you're talking about there, buddy. Yeah. All right. So, best setup for Invader. I mean, there's really no best setup. Any set of weapons that does good damage up close. I mean, I can't really figure out which weapons I like best on him. I change it out a lot. But the blast effect shotguns like Cudgel and Mace seem to be doing really well. The grenade launchers do well. The spikes and needle type of weapons do really well. Pretty much anything that does good up close damage works on him great. And as far as pilot, pretty much any legendary pilot that will give him the gold skills will work. I think the Trixie Hope, if you don't mind spending a few more power cells, I think Trixie Hope is probably the best pilot for him. Or he does have two legendary pilots now, which are both just fine. So Epic, they're supposed to be slowing down the fire rate of the harpoons and giving them a stronger shield. So they're not going to do as much damage per second, but they're going to give you more of a shield. So they're getting a nerf and a buff. At least that's what they proposed. I'm not sure if they're going to go through it or not, but... Nightcrawler's talking about losing your mothership turrets. Gotcha. I see. Yeah, I hear you on that one. That's not so great. Bjorn says, I'm trying to find the right weapons for my Invader. I don't know what you have, but if you have the blast effect shotguns, try that. Or if you have the needle, the harpoon weapons, put those on there. Like right now, I would say those are probably two of my favorites. What else is really good? Oh, Pulsar and Magnetar can be pretty cool. Epic, yeah. It depends on how strong that shield makes you, but that very well might make that super OP. I already know somebody running Typhon harpoons, and the amount of kills and damage they get with that thing is crazy, so it is pretty OP, it looks like. Nebula says pineapple. Pineapple, 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 pineapple. Brian wants to know the best robot for hurricanes. I don't know, my friend. I think Spectre would be a good robot for hurricanes. Typhon would be a good good robot. And maybe the Ophium. What else? Those are the only ones I think of that I would maybe run those on. Is there anything else? I don't really love those weapons, honestly. What's up, Kron? How you doing today? What else has 3 to 4 medium slots? I'm trying to think if there's anything else that would be worth running those on. Hey, Quan, what's going on, buddy? I think that's really about it for me. Those would be my choices for hurricanes. All right, Kevin Bell, what's up, buddy? Yeah, Kevin, I'm not really sure. I mean, I think in some ways the harpoon weapons are going to be better, in some ways they're going to be worse. So they are recalculating what they want to do with their nerfs, so there's a good chance they might not actually end up nerfing those on us. We don't know yet. They gave us some proposed numbers, but there's a good chance they're going to change that to something different. So we don't really know how the nerfs and buffs are going to go. Like, we have no idea, unfortunately. Like, none at all. There is a chance they might decide, hey, we're not even going to bother to change these. We won't know till it happens, I guess. But the nerfs should probably go through sometime within the next week. At that point, we'll find out what they're actually going to do to them. Mars. That's an interesting thought, Epic. Hurricanes on Mars? I've never tried that, but that would be kind of fun to try, actually. Never really thought about it, but that might be kind of cool. Nebula says, I wish Pixonic would add an emote. They might someday, you never know. But Jay says, the music in the background is very familiar. You know what? I don't even know what it is. I just download music from YouTube's music library and play that. I can't tell you what it's called or who it is. I played the song and I said, oh, okay, yeah, that sounded okay. Then I download it. So Nebula, Leech is probably going to get buffed here pretty soon, so it might be a lot better. Rakesh, hopefully within the next week, they're going to have the buffs and nerfs ready. We don't know for sure, but probably sometime in the next week. We don't know for sure, bud. So, Wiz, on the question and answer streams, I just play pre-recorded gameplay, bud, because I can't play and pay attention to the comments at the same time. This is probably a gameplay from like 3 months ago. Carlos, Shatter or Mace? You know, I think I am liking the Mace a little bit better right now. I've been playing both, and I'm kind of going with the Mace myself. I think Mace is easier to use. It's easier to land the shots on. As far as which one does more damage, probably the shatters, but it's really easy to miss shots on the shatters. What drone to use on the Crisis? Do you happen to have the Showdown drone? That one's really good. The bait can be helpful, and I also think the Reviver can be helpful. I think those are the 3 best choices. What else will be good? If you don't have those, you might want to think about maybe getting a crap. What's that yellow thing? The yellow drone. I think it heals you and gives you extra speed when you get kills. You know, the yellow one, guys. The yellow one? The newer yellow one? Oh boy, pins. But Jay, pins are pretty horrible weapons, buddy. The Terrans are actually pretty good. Yeah, Kestrel is a pretty good choice on there because you get crazy amounts of speed and some healing, so Kestrel can be pretty good. But pins, you want to replace those. Replace those right now. I actually tried to do a video the other day where I took some of those old school rockets like pins and Talumbas, and I just sat there and shot a guy for 5-6 minutes. I wasn't able to kill a person with those weapons before the game ended on a one-on-one match where the other player just sat there. That's how bad they are. George says it's called the yellow one. What's up, Altered Beast? How you doing today? Oh, I didn't see them put out a vid today. Did they say cross-platform's actually going to happen? Huh. If that's actually going to work out, that would be amazing. I would be all about that, Axel. Actually. What's up, Pixel? There's a lot of us who would love to be like, maybe I'll actually get to play with Epidemic sometime. Like, he's a good friend of ours, but we're on Android and he's not, so that would be great if they have cross-platform, in my opinion. That would be wonderful. I like it. I like it. I hope you're not joking about that. I'm actually been wondering for a long time why that hasn't happened, because I think on the test server, maybe I'm wrong, but I think on the test server they've had it for a while. Alright, so Pixel, Seraph's weapons, I don't think the level of the robot matters, but on Hawk, the higher the tier your weapons are and the higher the level, the more damage his built-in laser does. Now, Seraph, I don't think it's like that. But if you have maxed out tier 4 weapons on a Hawk, your laser beam will deal the most damage. Now, one thing we noticed though is, let's just say you had tier 1 light weapons and tier 4 heavy weapons. There's not that much of a difference. But if you have tier 1 heavy weapons versus tier 4 heavy weapons, there's a huge difference. Unknown, he says, what do you think about the meter or the mender? The meter is a lot easier to play in my opinion. They're both really good. I mean, the Demeter can't really heal up grade damage like the Mender can. So they're both very different. You can't really compare them together, but I feel like Mender is much harder to play. Mender's probably better overall, but way harder to play because you have to time your ability properly. It's really squishy when it doesn't have the ability. Plus, you have to have the Marie Leclerc pilot to make Mender good. You don't necessarily have to have a specific pilot to make the meter good, so... Hindley, don't know what you said there. If you happen to know English, please speak or please type that because I can't understand whatever you're typing there. Yeah, Pixel, I don't think the Seraph damage scales. I don't think so. I mean, if it does, if it does, I totally missed something because I had no idea. Nightcrawler says, I have the Kestrel, but no way to upgrade it. Nightcrawler, all you need is about $50, and then you can buy some microchips. Yeah, it kind of sucks to have like drones you want to upgrade, but you don't have the resources. But really, I mean, that's about the only way to upgrade drones these days, I think. But Jay, I used to hate the shell, man. I've never liked the shell. I hate that robot. I hate it playing it. I hate it playing against it. I think the shell is a giant jerk bot. Not my cup of tea. Oh yeah, I think it costs almost $50 to buy enough microchips to level up a drone these days. Drones are expensive for some reason. But Jay says mullets are the worst thing in existence. I don't know, there's probably worse out there, but they are pretty bad. They're definitely bad. George George wants to know if they can have a robot that changes sizes and has different increased stats when it changes sizes. That's a cool idea. It's like a little, I'm just thinking of like an Ant-Man robot. Is that where you got the ideas from, Ant-Man? I bet that's where you got that idea, isn't it? I don't know. The second you said that, I'm like, sounds like Ant-Man. Ant-Man! I can just picture a robot like shrinking down into nothing and like disappearing into the universe. Hey Mason, what's up? They're never going to add gifting and trading things. They used to do something where you could send other players gold, but I guess people were finding a way to hack the gold and send it to other players or abuse it. So every time they try and do something like that, players ruin it for the rest of us. People have to hack, cheat, and abuse things and ruin it for us. So we're never going to see anything like that again because when they had something similar, people were jerks and they did the wrong thing and screwed us over. So the rest of us get punished because a lot of people have to be jerks. Just like me, there's certain things I don't do anymore on my YouTube channel because a lot of people were jerks about it. So I'm like, well, I'm going to stop doing that if this is the way people are going to act. And that messes it up for the people who weren't jerks. But there was enough people being jerks that sometimes you're just like, I gotta put a stop to this. You know what I mean? It's terrible. Brian, Mercury is a very hard robot to play. Arox, what's up, man? I would not advise building a Mercury. I actually got mine out a couple of weeks ago, and I played about 5 games with it, and I was like, nope, this has to get out of my hangar right now. It was very, 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 very terrible. It was almost unplayable. Mason says, so Warrobot said this. Well, they told me why they stopped doing the thing where you could send other players gold as a gift or whatever. I don't think they ever said this is... They never really said we're never going to do this again, but I guarantee they're not. Like, I just know that they're not. Titan says, why did you call it Coochie Coochie? Well, everybody's calling that robot the Oochie Coochie and the Hoochie Coochie, and everybody's coming up with crazy names for that thing, so I never pronounce it correctly because everybody calls it wacky, weird stuff all the time. Mech wants to know, do I think Thunders can be good? For new players, yes. For Champion League players, no. I put 4 Thunders on a Behemoth. I had Thunders on a Orochi. Yeah, the Orochi. And I tried really hard to get some good games with those, but they just felt very, very underpowered, even with maxed out Thunders. So, not really. They weren't horrible, but they were definitely underwhelming. Ah, Mason, so if you could just send other people robots and weapons, that would probably mean Pixonic would make less money, right? Let's just say I won like 6 or 7 Ochikochis. I could just send somebody else 2 of them, which means that player would get them for free, and they wouldn't have to spend money to get theirs. Therefore, the company would lose money. See, you got to understand, these games are businesses, right? These games are not just games, they're also a business. The business wants to make as much money as it possibly can. So anything that might potentially take money away from the game manufacturer usually gets removed or does not go into the game. So Amugi's a really cool robot. I haven't been playing mine that much lately. I never really got great with mine. Like, Amugi was okay. I was pretty good with it. I mean, there's some people who are excellent Amugi players, but it didn't really fit my playing style that much. It wasn't really the right robot for me. So it's not something that I would recommend, but I still know some people who love it and say it's really good, so... I haven't played it enough lately to really tell you. I don't know how it does against Ochikochi. So right now, that's the main thing is can you beat up an Ochikochi with it? I don't know. I really don't know. George wants to know if they're going to add a space map. That might be kind of fun. I mean, we got the moon and we got Yamantau, so those are both sort of space. Yamantau is, I think it's supposed to be a planet or something, right? I think Yamantau is set on another planet, but... Arox, you're welcome, buddy. Yeah, an actual space map where if you're like floating around in space with like booster packs. Mason says Yamantau is on Earth. Really? Are you sure? To me, it looks like the moon or something. I always thought Yamantau was on the moon. It doesn't look like Earth to me, but I don't know. Maybe it is. Titan says, what if there was a map to give you a weapon boost? Honestly, I think the weapons in the game are a little bit overpowered at the moment. I don't think we need weapon boosts on anything. If anything, I think more of the robots need to get more durability to deal with the power of the current weapons. I mean, maybe that's why they made the Ochikochi so hard to kill, is because the weapons are so powerful these days. But the problem is none of the other robots can stand up to it. What's up, Jamil? How you doing, buddy? Nice to see ya. Altered Bees thinks Yamantau is supposed to be Siberia. Huh. I'm going to have to look up Yamantau and see exactly what that is. Now that you guys are mentioning it, I think I heard that maybe that's a mountain. Is Yamantau a mountain somewhere? Hold on, where's my phone? I gotta look this up. What is Yamantau? I don't even know how to spell it. Alright. What is... Hold on. Come on, you stupid phone. Stop being slow. What is Yamantau? My phone is so slow. Yamantau is a suburb of Ipswich in the city of Ipswich, Queensland, Australia. I don't know if I spelled it correctly, so I don't know if this is it or not. Yamantau, Queensland. Yamanto, is that right? Probably not, is it? I didn't spell it right, did I? I can't spell for a crap, guys. I'm dyslexic. Yamantau. Yeah, it's a Mount Yamantau. It's a mountain in Russia. Okay. So I guess we're on top of a mountain. I'm about to sneeze. Hold on. I got to mute this thing. Okay, I think the sneeze went away. All right. Where are we at? Let me read through the chat a little bit. So yeah, Yamantau is a mountain in Russia, guys. I guess you're so high up, it looks like you're in space, right? George says, why is War Robots Universe using robots when they've got motherships the size of New York? I don't know. I can't answer that kind of question. You'd have to ask the makers of War Robots, I guess, on that one. I'm really not sure. Brian says, best boss to have in Hangar. I guess that depends on the game mode you're playing. Like, if I were playing free-for-all, I might want to have one Hangar. If I were playing Team Deathmatch, I might want to have another Hangar. So it kind of depends, I guess. We got Blake Lee. Blake Lee in the house. Ah, Bjorn put a whole thing up about where Yamato is. Thanks, buddy. Russ Cyan Ropa mountain in the Ural Mountains, located in Bielortsky direct. I can't even read that, but thank you. I don't know what that says, but yeah, thanks. Oh, man. I suck at reading. No, I'm yawning. I suck at live streaming too. All right, so Jamil, I did hear something about some prices changing on upgrades, but I don't know anything about it yet. Where did you see this, buddy? Where did you see this? You know what? Let me go look on War Robots Reddit really quick and see what's posted there. War Robots. Most of the time you can find stuff on Reddit. But yeah, I did hear somebody say that upgrade prices were changing, but I haven't heard anything about this. I mean, I know there's some sort of like event going on where things are cheaper or whatever. Or we're earning more resources, but I don't see anything about the resource price change. So right now we're on the Silver Rush event, right? We have the Silver Rush event where we're going to make more silver. That's going to last for 2 weeks. It starts on September 28th and it lasts for 2 weeks. You'll get up to 50% more silver per battle. Okay, so I guess I didn't realize that the cost of weapons are different now during the event. Oh, yeah, okay, I see what's going on here. So they're making it, so they're giving us more silver per battle and they're making it easier for us to hit Mark II. So it's going to cost about 55% less to go from Mark 1 to Mark 2. Man, I didn't realize that. I thought we were just getting more silver. I didn't realize they were messing with the prices. That's crazy. Man. I wish somebody would have brought that to my attention beforehand. I would have made a video about this. That's pretty crazy. I don't know. I like it though. What's up, Midnight? But yeah, that's pretty good, guys. I hope they start doing that more often. Blake Lee says poop talk. What? Blake Lee, I don't want to know what you're talking about over there, my man. What did I miss? What did I miss in the chat? Poop talk. Please no poop. Please no poop talk. That's nasty. That's nasty. What's up, Malfoy? Oh. I see what you're talking about. Malfoy, I have no comment about putting poop on toast. No comment. If that's what you like, go for it. But I say no thank you. Liam, he says, hey, I've been a fan for a long time. I always wanted to ask you if you ever considered consuming... Oh, my God. All right. We might have a troll here with a couple of different accounts. Oh, my God. I don't know what's going on here. My guess is that's probably the same person with more than one account trolling, maybe. I'm not really sure. Now I see what Blake Lee's talking about. It's getting weird up in here. What's up, Pedo Hunter? How you doing? Oh my God. All right. Yeah, we definitely got some sort of trolls. All righty. We got trolls in the live stream, guys. I'm going to have to block some people or something here. Where is the pop-out chat? Here we go. All right. Next person that says some weird stuff is being blocked because... I see what's going on here. Trolls. Trolls are here. And yeah. We are being trolled, people. Red October, what's up, buddy? So, Mark 1 and Mark 2 have always cost the same. So, going from Mark 1 to Mark 2 used to cost 200 million silver. Mark 2 to Mark 3 was also 200 million silver. So, it's a total of 400 million. Now, is it costing more than 400 million? I mean, is it costing more than 200 million to go from Mark 2 to Max? I don't know. Are you saying they made it more expensive, Red? Why would they make it more expensive to go to Mark 2? Or to Max? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know why they would do that. That's crazy. Yeah. I don't understand that one. I don't know what to say about that. What I should do is level up a robot. I should level up a robot and see what the total cost is. Do you guys want to try that out? Alright, hold on. We're going to get on the Batterick account. We're going to max out a robot. And see what the total cost is. Now, you guys you guys are going to have to be the calculator for me, right? You're going to have to pay attention to how much... I don't know if this is going to work. I am very dyslexic. I am very bad at math, so you guys are going to have to figure out how much this cost, okay? So, hold on. Let me minus that out of here. Let's find a robot to level up. Disconnect. Reconnect to the Battle.rec account. We want to go to this one right here. Load in. All right. And let's see what this does. Oh my God. All the offers. Get off of here, offers. Go away. Yeah. Black market. Okay. Don't care. So this is how much silver I have. Having that much, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see. I don't know how to tell, guys. We have too much silver on this account. This is the one that the game owns. Somebody add this up, okay? Somebody at home, somebody watching, please add this up. All right, so we're gonna grab an Ochikochi and we're gonna upgrade this guy to max. So 90,000 is the first upgrade. So somebody pay attention to all this. So 90,000. The second upgrade is 180,000. 180 for the second. 180,000. The third upgrade is 360,000. It says there's also a minus 10%. I don't know. This will at least give us an idea. Next upgrade. 1.8 million, I think that is. Next upgrade is going to be 3.6 million. Next one is going to be 5.4 million. Nebulous guy, you out of here. Have a great day. Next upgrade is going to be, I don't know, I'm not good with this, but 7.2 million. Next, we have 9,900,000. Next one is going to be 12.6 million. What's up, Steve? Next will be 16.2 million. So 16.2 million. The next upgrade, 22.5 million. Hopefully you guys are able to figure this out. If not, we're wasting our time. So that was 22.5. The next one is going to be enhanced to Mark II. So the first upgrade is going to be 24.3 million. What's up, Grady White? The next one, 26.1 million. So 26.1. Then we have 27.9 million. And then we have 29.7 million. Next up is going to be 31.5 million. So 31.5. Then we are going to have 33.3 million. Then we have 35.1 million. The next one will be 36.9 million. And then we have 38.7 million. The next one is 40.5 million. Then we have 42.3 million. And that's it. So I don't know what the total cost there was. But so red says 79,830 or 79 million. Wait, I don't know. 79 million. 80 million. What was that from Mark 1 to Mark 2 was 80 million? It's usually about 200 million, so that would be a pretty big discount. So Red, if you want, you can always rewind the stream and like watch that part again where I do from Mark 2 or whatever. So Altered Beast, are you telling me that whole thing was 446 million? If so, then it is a little bit more expensive in total. Because normal, it was right about 400 million-ish to go from level 1 to Mark 2 12. RX says one Toyota Supra. So it does look like the total price is similar. I can tell you it was around 400 million would have been the normal price. Jamel, I'm hoping that's the total. If that's not the total, then that's really bad. If that's the total, it hasn't changed very much. So yeah. Yeah, it does say it's gonna the price change is only for the 2-week event, so that's interesting. Why is that Mender so big? It's huge. Look how big that is. And the freaking Cossacks as big as the Ochikochi. The thing I never understood though is the Behemoth is like the smallest one in here. The behemoth is supposed to be like really big, right? But it's a very small robot. There it is. Look how small the behemoth is. I think it's supposed to be bigger than that. Oh, this account has too many robots. I'll tell you. I wish it would put them all kind of like in order, so all the Amugis would be in one spot, all the Nethers. It's hard to know which ones to sell and which ones not to sell when they spread them out all over the place, because it's hard to clean up these accounts. I mean, there might be like 12 of one robot on here, which we don't actually need, so. It's crazy. Kron says it's good for the free-to-play. They just want to reach Mark 2. Yeah, it might actually be better just to hit Mark 2 during the event and then wait to hit, you know, anything higher till the event ends. Yeah, once you hit Mark 2, stop and don't level it up till after the event ends. I mean, I guess it's not that much more. It's right around the same price. So I guess it kind of evens out, but... Mason the Goat's back. What's up, Mason? Blake Lee says, Arox, how's RH2 going for you? Alright guys, so we only got a couple more minutes left on the live stream. Our streaming time is just about up. So if you guys got any last minute questions, get those things in now. Get to the question now. Get to the questions now. George says, do you know the feeling when you mistake a Titan for a normal robot? Yes. Yes, I do. Sometimes I think that a Titan is a regular robot, or every once in a while I think a regular robot's a Titan. Thoughts on the new map? I don't know. I like the new map, but I think one team is going to have an advantage. From what I can tell is one team is going to spawn in right next to a beacon that they can just grab really quickly. And then the other side's not going to have that advantage, so... I'm not sure it's going to be a fair map. It's going to be kind of like dropping on Valley or whatever there. Where that center beacon is closer to one team than the other. So the one team always has an advantage on that map. Mason, I haven't heard anything about the next big giveaway yet, bud. Don't know what it's going to be. Arak says, thank you for the help, Blake. Nightcrawler also says the new map is off balance. Yeah, I think it's going to be, unfortunately. I don't know. I think each team should be equal distances from all beacons. That way no team has an advantage over there. I don't know why they would really want to make it that way, but, you know, they're going to do what they want to do, I suppose. There's not much we can do about it, but if that's how they want to do it, I guess that's how they want to do it. Sometimes I wish they would listen to our feedback a little more. Yeah, they really need to do something about the Uchi Kuchi because it is making a big imbalance in the game. It's just too strong. They need to make so it dies easier. It's too hard to kill. It's taking the fun out of the game for a lot of players right now, so they need to do something about it. Brian, thanks, buddy. I mean, I know they hear, like, when we tell them stuff, they see it, they hear it, but does the big boss listen, right? That's the problem. You know there's a big boss somewhere. Somewhere there's a guy sitting in an office going, this is what we're going to do. Right? So they kind of have to do what the big boss says, I think. I'm not sure, but that's just my theory on the whole thing. Is there's probably one guy calling the main shots, right? That's how most businesses are. You know, just like you go to a restaurant, there's a manager sitting in the back office somewhere, and somebody has to go, hey, manager, can we do this? And then the manager says yes or no. Or the manager comes out of the office and says, this is what we're going to do. And then everybody has to do it, right? So I think that's kind of how that goes. Panther, what's up, buddy? What about the Uchi Kuchi, buddy? He's talking about the Uchi Kuchi over there. The Achikachi. The Cracharachi. King Crab says, what's the best Ultimate Spectre built from the workshop? I would probably go with Pulsars. I would probably get Pulsars to put on there. I think the Pulsars are going to work really good. With a Spectre, in my opinion, it's so squishy and it dies so easy. You really want to keep your distance. I mean, the special edition one's not as squishy, but it still is kind of a distance robot. So I would go with the Pulsars myself. That would be my number one pick for that robot. Wait, now Red October saying 366,000. So you're getting different numbers than everybody else got. That's interesting. King Crab, yes, Mace are very good. I like Mace a lot. Epic Demic says, hit that like button before you go. Thank you, Epic. Milo says, best Ophian build. Man, that's, all right, real quick. I would say either one of the Ophian's legendary pilots, but the one with anti-stealth is probably the better pilot right now. I would go with 2 repair amplifiers and a nuke amp as the modules. For the weapons, if you can get them, the blast effect shotguns are really good. The brand new weapons that just came out are really good, or some people are really liking the harpoon weapons on there, or the blights. There's quite a few different weapons that work good on him, so I think the weapon choice is really going to come down to personal preference, because there's a bunch that are really good. So even Pulsar can be great on there too. But hopefully that gives you a good idea. Ah, Red October. Okay, that's from Mark II, so interesting. Huh, that's crazy. So, yeah, they definitely raised up the Mark II prices, but they lowered the Mark I to Mark II prices for the event. Huh. All right, last question. So Isaac says, if I own Pixonic, what would I change? Well, I would I would probably, the first thing I would ask them to do is fix all the bugs and glitches. And rebalance all the robots and weapons so everything's more even, right? I would say, you know, make Al June the way he used to be. Make the Hawk the way he used to be. I would put all the robots back to the way they were back when they were meta. And I would probably try to make sure all the prices were fair. Because, I mean, as a business, it costs a lot to keep it running. The business does have to make money. They got to pay for the servers, the employees, the equipment, the research and development, you know. So, you have to make money. But I would try to find the proper balance between player satisfaction and profit. Because you can't keep the game running if the game is not bringing in money. But you want to keep as many players as possible at the same time. So finding the proper balance is what you need to do. The proper balance between profit and happy players. You gotta be right in there. You gotta find, it's hard to do, but I don't know. But honestly, I think this particular game could have so many more players if it was balanced a little bit better, right? If they change a few things and threw the players a bone on a few things, I think this game could be probably one of the top games on Android. But there's a lot of things they do that the players don't like and then players leave. I mean, a lot of players are going to leave no matter what, but I think we would have a lot more players if they did certain things a little differently. And when there's more players, that means potential to make more money because you have more people who might be buying stuff here and there, right? King Crab, yeah, the Thor mothership's okay. I think almost all the motherships are good, but I don't remember if the Thor has DOT, but you might want to be careful running a mothership that has DOT because if you drop it on the Ochi Kochi, it's going to make it stronger. So if the Thor does have DOT, I would say don't run it right now because Ochi Kochi will love it. If it doesn't have DOT, then yes, it's a good mothership to run at this current time. I think 2 of the motherships have DOT. The Roulette's one, and I forget what the other one is. So I would double check on that first. All right, guys, I got to get going. I just want to say thank you all so much for coming out to the stream. You guys are amazing. Thank you to all the channel members. I really appreciate the extra support a lot. I appreciate the support from everybody who watches the videos. You guys are super awesome. Thank you so much. If anybody would like to become a channel member, you know, right below one of the videos, there's usually a join button that you can just kind of like click, click, click. And hey, don't forget to hit the like before you go, guys. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are amazing. We will catch you next time, all right? Lightning out. See ya. Later, guys.